Distinguished viewers at home, once again, I humbly welcome you to KWARA TV and especially to your program Life and Security. Today, we are going to be talking about what is inevitable in the social process. That thing that is inevitable in the social process is conflict. Whether we like it or not, there must be conflict. Our ability to manage and resolve conflict define us as human beings. Our topic today, of course, is techniques for resolving communal conflict in KWARA State. Techniques for resolving communal conflict in KWARA State. The title may be strange to some of us. It's strange to me also. But the man at the end of our fear is telling the whole world in KWARA State that, look, that title will make me to contribute to the development of KWARA State. I'm talking about Mr. UMAR Balogun, SA on conflict resolution to the Executive Governor of KWARA State. SA on conflict resolution. And we must give credit to His Excellency, the Governor of KWARA State, for thinking aloud that it is important for us to create office to manage conflict. So many of them. I welcome you to our studio.
Thank you very much.
Mr. UMAR Balogun.
It's a pleasure having me here.
This new office of yours, it may be a little bit old anyway, but let me use the word new. How did you feel? What did you feel about it?
Well, I think it's very challenging and it's an opportunity to serve.
Basically, it's an opportunity to serve. Or you're expecting something that's beyond being SA on conflict resolution?
No, at times you have to look at yourself. Number one, do you really merit it? But again, it's not because one merits it, but it's just but just by the grace of God that you just have the opportunity to come and showcase your talent and see how best you can perform. So it's a test which you want to accomplish something. Because that will determine the future.
That's very good. Now my first question to you, sir. What skills do you need to resolve conflict? And how do you deal with conflict matters? So many of them. Let's start from the skills.
Well, I think to a larger extent, what is required is wisdom. Wisdom is the foundation of resolving, in fact, it's the real requirement, the basic requirement in resolving any conflict in Nigeria, not just even beyond the KWARA State or wherever we find ourselves, is the wisdom. And how do you do that? And you need to consider the synergy, because synergy has been identified as a key to nation building. Synergy in the sense that we need to collaborate. You need to know how to bring people together, and you need to speak the truth at all times. And the moment, in as much you want to settle the conflict, you need to be sure that you are not one-sided.
Impartiality.
Impartiality. So you have to be unbiased. You have to be that, you don't have to be biased. You just have to be straightforward. Of course, truth, is bitter, but again, to set the record straight and to maintain the peaceful coexistence, we need to say the truth at all times so that we can really move to the next stage in life.
Now, you've spoken about the skills. Now, do you deal with conflict matters? Dealing with it now?
Yeah, dealing with it, well, has been very challenging. Just as I said, that number one, the honesty is one of the key things. But again, in the how do you tackling those challenges is that, the two parties, there are parties, the group involved, it's all about interest. And the interest, in order to solve that conflict, is a win-win situation. Win-win situation in the sense that, yes, you can't have it all, and you won't lose it all too. That's the same thing. That's all. And then, in trying to solve the conflicts, you must have no conflict is settled at the battlefield. All conflict are settled at the round table. So you must come to a round table where all of us, we need to discuss. We need to engage people positively. We need to orientate people that there is need for us to cohabit peacefully. There's need for us to embrace peace. Not for anything, but for overall development, for growth and development of our dear state and in Nigeria.
Some people, who want to believe that it's an illusion when we use the word win-win situation.
Yes.
Is it true that it's an illusion? Somebody must lose something.
No, you see, no, you won't lose. It depends on how you
talk to the viewers at home.
No, you see, you
I'm
won't
only
lose.
prodding you.
No, you won't lose anything. But you see, if we are not greedy,
Win-win situation.
You know, one thing that we lack imaginative, critical thinking, and that is why we often look at that. I am going to lose anything. You are not losing anything for peace.
Being peaceful with your neighbors, you are gaining more.
Yes, just all for peace. You are not losing anything. Because when we say win-win situation, means is that is all about compromise. It's about making you feel that yes, this thing that you are looking for, you can always get it, but let's find a better way of doing it. Let's come to compromise. Let's come to compromise. Just accept whatever that comes to you. You can only win some other time, but just accept the reality.
Well, the next question, sir. Can you talk about different conflicts you have resolved in KWARA State?
Yes, you know, we have different kinds of conflicts, more especially when I came in as SC. And even before I came in, I have been working towards resolving communal conflict. And in doing so, we have to look at what is actually causing those conflicts, the communal conflict. You realize that it's majorly on the land dispute.
So you've resolved on land, you are listing them now.
Yes, you see, the land dispute has been a major thing, but again, you look at, we have artificial boundary, even with the African continent. Within the African continent, when you say you are boundary, I regarded those things as artificial boundary. There's no natural boundary at all. Because when I say artificial boundary, we speak the same language, we have the same color. Even where we speak different language, we still maintain the same color. So how do we identify that this person is for this person is for this? So the best way for us to eradicate some of these things is for us to look at ourselves as one Nigeria, regardless of our religion, regardless of our ethnicity. And if you look at what has been playing out all along, it's about, sometimes we look at it from religious perspective, but when they fail from the religious perspective, they move into ethnicity. And if you look at what happened during 1958, when our founding father, when they were fighting for independence, the late Sir Ahmadu Bello, the late Sardauna, the Awolowo, and then the Azikiwe, all of them came together and understand the diversity of Nigeria. That we need to keep, put aside our religion, our language, our tribal issue. Let's look at Nigeria as a country that needs to move to the next level. And they achieved that by consensus, by compromise, by coming together. Yes, let's form a formidable team, regardless of our geographical location.
But we lost it now. Why?
Yes, we lost it because for inability to accept ourselves for who we are. I don't want to accept you because you're a Christian. You don't want to accept me because I'm a Muslim. And I don't want to accept you because you're a Fulani. I don't want to accept because you're an evil person. And one basic thing that we all fail to realize is that no one is created by lesser God. We are being created by one Almighty. And that is what must ring in our brain to consolidate.
Is artificial boundary not an illusion? Let me paint a scenario. Probably I'm based at Tanke, my family compound there. And suddenly, because we speak the same language, we are all from Ilorin, and then I claim land at ALHAJI. Is artificial boundary not an illusion?
Well, you see, when you look at it, it's a very complex.
I'm talking about the reality of it.
No, you see, the reality, the
reality of that. What is mine is mine. What is not mine is not mine. When you mention land dispute,
exactly,
and it's a major problem.
Yeah, that is why there's always a spirit of give and take. It's just about spirit of give and take. You are somewhere, you enjoy the atmosphere. you enjoy the collaboration. Why do you have to go somewhere and say, is your grandfather?
And you begin to talk to us about this.
Yeah, that you were the one, you were the first person. What usually happens is that people believe that, yes, they own that land. And in fairness to ourselves, it is only Prophet Adam that God created.
You are going back to antiquity again.
Yes, I know we have to.
I hope I won't come to another illusion.
Yeah, you see,
no, honestly.
When you look at that, it's only Prophet Adam that was created. Every other human being we migrated
from one place to the other.
From one place. That's why in Islam we call it hijrah. We move from one state, from one country to another. So nobody was created in Ilorin or in KWARA State. We all move from somewhere to our present location.
But people want the land.
But yes, the reality is that the first person.
I'm trying to I'm bringing out the paradox.
Yeah, whoever gets to a particular location, no, I understand. The first person to come in, that is the owner of the land. That's where
becomes the owner.
The ownership of the land.
Apart from land dispute, what other conflicts have you succeeded in resolving?
Well, we're also working on the farmer and
I'm coming to that fully. I'm coming to that fully.
And I think
but no, just before that.
Within the neighborhood we try as much as possible to settle some marital issue.
It's okay. It's important.
It's
important because business issues,
times,
marital issues, they are important.
Yeah, because at times when I look at the well, I enjoy doing that anyway. Before even my appointment and all that, so I enjoy making peace within my neighborhood. I enjoy peace within my friends and all of that. At times you look at, does it really worth it? What are we fighting for?
I mean, we have children,
so,
and people will say to hell.
So that is why I always want to put the word of give and take.
I hope you are not taking the functions of the judiciary.
No,
I'm pointing at you straight.
Well,
I hope you are not.
Well, of course I cannot.
The lawyers won't like it.
No, well, what do we do?
Because to them, there is no bad case.
Yeah, of course they have to go to court. But in going to court, when we come back from court, can we still be friends again? So we can settle our cases without even involving them. They have a lot of constitutional issues that they should be dealing with, not all the minor issues.
What are your preferred methods of conflict resolution that you have used?
I think my preferred method, and I think which is the best in the world, is about inclusiveness, and you have to look at it from a different angle. Now, when you want to settle, why I prefer that is that you have to submit yourself as a government. You submit yourself, you subject yourself to people, you submit that you are working for them. You are for them. And whatever the decision we are taking, it is not for today, but for tomorrow. And that's why when we hear such from a government perspective, we have to then go to the scene.
Bring everybody
together. Then later on, you have to meet the group A, you go to B again, you listen
to assure group A of fairness, you assure group B of fairness, you then bring them together.
So by the time you bring them together, everybody will talk, and when they talk, then we tend to resolve whatever the differences.
Distinguished viewers at home, once again, this is Live and Security, on your own socially responsible television station, Live and Security, KWARA TV. Of course, our topic will be of interest to you if you are just joining us. Techniques for resolving communal conflict in KWARA State. Essay, conflict resolution, Mr. UMAR Balogun, the man that is doing wonder in KWARA State. And I mean it. If you can succeed wherever you are now to resolve just that little conflict in your corner, you are contributing to the development of the society, sir. Is there any mutual understanding between your office and that of our traditional rulers?
Well, it's very cordial because we can't resolve communal conflict without involving our royal father. And our royal father too, they have been playing a very fantastic role, making sure that we cooperate because they are actually the government. You see, when you look at the word Oba, the traditional, they are the Ijoba, and we have the Ijoba. So it's the group of Obas that makes Ijoba.
And Ijoba is Oba and Oba Lulile.
Of
so,
course.
and those rulers are they know everything within
So
the
I
environment.
think we have peaceful traditional rulers in the state, and they've been very helpful and very supportive and all that. And one of the key things that we need to know is that we need to put our country must put first above our personal gain. That's one thing. Our personal interest should not be above our country's interest, because number one is that for us to maintain conflict, for us to sustain the harmonious relationship, especially in the KWARA state, all of us we must work together, regardless of our political differences, regardless of our religious differences. We must come together, and that is why the KWARA state is a state of harmony. So what is required of us is for us to work together and sustain the harmonious relationship in the state, and that is the way to go.
Beautiful. And the issue of chieftains disputes.
There are a lot of work going on that side too. That's why it's give and take in the spirit of the sportsmanship. And yes, it goes to this family today. So that is how it works.
But people are not ready to wait.
That's why we need to. That's why
people are in age.
That's why we're saying that
they want to be everything.
That's why we're saying our country must be put first above
before the individual interest.
Once we understand that patriotism that is lacking in us
will come out,
and
it will blossom.
So if we're able to develop the patriotism that Nigeria, KWARA, Nigeria, the country, let's Nigeria. If we have that patriotism and we love this country, some of this conflict will go.
React to the issue of farmers. Farmers and elders conflict in KWARA State.
Yeah, I think government has really done so much on that issue. But the problem we have is that people are not interested in working with the government. What
do you mean?
Because you see, I was in one seminar today and all that. They were complaining about the farmer classes and that, and I said, governments have put so much mechanism on ground. Why are you guys not making it use of that opportunity? Because number one, for executive governor of KWARA State to have appointed special assistant on Fulani matter, it shows that they are being recognized, and it shows that there's a collaboration between my office and the SA Fulani matter. So you see, if you notice something in your environment, why don't you go to appropriate authority? Why don't you move to the government? Find out how do we solve this. This is a problem, and that is the government decide to do all of that. It's because government want people.
Are you not telling the public that you are expressing frustration?
No,
in the line of resolving that, there is no frustration.
I know we can't be frustrated because.
Or you are expressing your anger or something.
I'm just, it's just my anger because you have a lot of governments are putting so much process. No, they are not even using it.
God.
We saw there are governments are putting so much, but you are not using it, and you are complaining. Why are you complaining? Why would the government appoint such create that kind of office, and you are not making use of it, and you just sit back somewhere and complain that government is not doing anything? So how do you expect government to do anything when you are not complaining? That you have a conflict in the environment, somebody is slapping you and say you won't go to police station, you want to take the laws into your hand. So government has done so much in terms of this.
Can you tell us some of those things the government of the state has done with these farmers, elders?
You see, there are a lot of consultation that have been going on with the Fulani leaders, like Meiti Alas and all of that. There are a lot of regular, communication, information, trying to resolve. In fact, there are things that ought to have happened that because of the regular engagement.
Who is more endangered, the farmer or the elder?
All of us are involved.
I'm happy with that response.
No, all of us are involved. And that is why we must look at ourselves as one. Not that to look at one not that look at one.
God has not created them.
Yes, as the inferior.
God has not created them.
So that's why I always say that is it.
It's not.
So and even the Fulani too, although they have their own ways of everybody, we are all one way or the other guilty of one thing or the other. But at times the way we address ourselves the way we comport ourselves matters a lot. Because when you see something, somebody is doing something wrong, all you need is just matter of approach that matters. How do you talk to somebody in a way that you will understand? Not necessarily that you must, the language.
Communication. How do you communicate?
Yes. No.
For proper understanding.
For proper understanding, at times it is not, that's how we have sign. As an academician, of course,
semiotics.
Yes, you have a sign and symbol to communicate your point. Of course, this is a farm, this is a cow. Of course, you need to just find a way to get yourself to communicate. And if it becomes your own result, don't get yourself involved in that bush. Come to the town, and that is why in the community, the farmers, they need to engage the community leaders. And the people farming around a particular location, they need to know themselves. They need to have a regular meeting.
Consultation.
Yes,
contact.
There's a problem. What do we do? Yes, I have an idea. There's a particular office that we can go in a lorry.
Let's go to that office.
Let's go to that office. But not that you want to, because if you attack the one Fulani man today, he will also want to retaliate.
It's by nature, by woman.
And if a Fulani, attack a Yoruba today, he will also, Yoruba, they will also retaliate. So instead of that, governments have put so much processes and
nobody is born to it. It is in this world that will pick it.
That is why I said all of us, we all migrated from one place to another. Because the issue of ranch has not really materialized. So you can see that. So we must manage ourselves.
For now.
We must accept ourselves. We must learn to live.
One indivisible.
One. We must learn to live together.
What really amazes me is the question of, do we want to pretend? Fulani is part of you. You are part of Fulani. Without the farmers, we cannot eat. And we need the meat too from our Fulani people. So I'm curious that we don't have this conflict before. 70s, 80s, you're on your own, you are farming, the cow will take some other route, and nothing is conflicting.
That's why,
so what's going on?
You see, the most important
what's going on to us as a nation?
We just need to accept ourselves for who we are.
Or don't you think I may be wrong? Politically motivated?
Well, I don't want to go to that issue. But I don't think
anything
that involves life. Anything that involves life, I don't think we need to trivialize on that.
It's not, that's why I said, otherwise if 70s, 80s, we are not having it. Why are we having it now?
Then we are growing. And we are in the age of technology where information, fake information or real information spread across immediately. So in the 70s and all of that, there are a lot of moral. But now you can see there are a lot of immorality.
The generation.
The immorality now has grown so much that it's affecting every family member. And I think until we're able to look at what are they doing then, and what are we doing now?
Can we do those things they were doing then?
And that is a problem.
In the interest of peace.
And if you look at somebody a farmer, the Fulani men of a thing, there are some of these issues that cannot just be solved just by
gradual
talking.
approach.
There are actions which we need to take, and that's involved in.
Why the hatred for the farmer? Why the hatred for the elder?
No,
and we must come together.
That's why I think we need to incorporate technology even in farming. And because I try as much as possible to develop one technology, one solution. I call it cow repellent. Once you have it in your farm, it chases away the cow. We study what are the things that they are allergic to.
When the cow is chased away, where will the elders feed the cow?
No,
technology will not solve the problem.
No.
Sorry. No, what I'm saying. No, it will prevent at a point.
No, you know what? How do we solve a problem? Is to prevent it.
When you send the elders off, because of your technology that will repair the cows off, at what point will the elder feed the cow?
There are a lot of places where they can feed them.
It's about
it's
about unity.
It's just that is
understanding, coming together.
That's the word. Coming together. It's a synergy.
Where our humble, patriotic, brilliant Minister UMAR Balogun. That's the three adjectives I like to use in describing you.
Thank you, sir.
Passionate, patriotic, hardworking, and honestly, you are a delight to interview. Love your way, your passion, your things, the way you carry your work, and I'm not just exaggerating that. And I want to say, what would be the curtain raiser to our audience today from you?
I think let's live in peace with our neighbor.
Distinguished viewers at home, let us live in peace with our neighbors. You like it or not, we'll be seen every day. You can even be taking the same road. Children will enter one house to the other. Why can't we live together in harmony and peace? And our state is state of harmony. Please, note it. Truth will resolve conflict as fast as possible. You will need wisdom, you will need synergy, you will need collaboration, and you must remain impartial. I remain your humble presenter of this program, Life and Security, Abdurrashid Abiodun Adeoye. We'll meet same period, same time next week. Bye for now.